What's up, everyone? We got some Vietnamese food today. So here we got pork combination sandwich, which is always my go-to in terms of Vietnamese sandwiches. And then right here we got a nice bowl of chicken pho. So this place I went to is called Turtle Tower. They have multiple locations in San Francisco, but they're most well known for their pho ga. I'm not probably not pronouncing it right, but which translates into chicken pho. Man, this soup right here, if you're sick or in the mood for some warm, hearty chicken soup, I would definitely recommend this place. In San Francisco, it gets quite cold often in terms of the weather, and this soup will definitely warm your soul. So, yeah, let's get into it. We got some milk tea right here, the Hong Kong milk tea on the side. Oh yeah, nothing beats a good old warm bowl of chicken pho at least. And that Turtle Tower, the beef pho is really good too. So whatever you're feeling on that certain day, get whatever you want. So it's been some time since I talked about Hunter x Hunter, but we'll be talking about episode 11 today. So leaving off from last episode, which will be episode 10, just give you a little refresher. So Lerio is pitted against one of the prisoners. Her name is Leroutte, and she's known. Her prison sentence was for, I believe, exotic animal trafficking, as well as she is a bettor as well. So the game between Lerio and Leroutte is games of betting, which is her forte. So the next bet, which I believe is the third bet, they're going to decide if Leroutte is a man or woman, and uh, Leroutte is actually an attractive woman, but Lerio is having second guesses like, what if she's a man, or what if she's a woman, right? He's stuck in between. And he says, how can I tell that if you're a man or woman? And she says, I'll let you feel me, if you will. And Lerio, being the little pervert he is, well, if he's a guy or woman, I'll take that chance. But if he's a woman, it's a win-win situation for me. And so Lerio puts 10 hours on the line, betting that she's a man, but she's actually a woman in reality. And now they're depleted 10 hours. So now, the examinees on their side, they have around, I believe, 50 hours left on the time clock to complete the third phase of the exam. And now, here we move on to the next bet that Lerio and Leroutte make. So they're going to play, it seems simple enough, right? They're going to play a game of rock, paper, scissors. But this time, Leroutte goes all in. She puts 80 hours on the line, while Lerio is more of the conservative type. He bets 10 hours. And Leroutte is a professional gambler, or yeah, pretty much she's a professional gambler. And she says that Lerio, well, in her mind, she doesn't say it out loud, but she says Lerio is so conservative with betting, and eventually you will never win that way. He had to take risks sometimes, and now she throws in some mind games to throw off Lerio. So she says that she's gonna throw out a certain thing for rock paper scissors. I forgot which one exactly, but and then obviously just playing mind games, and on the sidelines, Gon and Kirby are thinking, I think Lario's gonna probably throw out rock, and Gon says that Lario's probably gonna throw out scissors, and eventually they go through the rock paper scissors, and just as Kurapika planned, Lerio goes rock, and they lose this match. So now, giving you updates on the standings between the two sides. So now the score is 2-2, However, the examinees on their side had to give up 50 hours. So now I believe they have less than 10 hours left to complete the third phase of the exam. And now the next match is Killua versus Jonas, the dissector. I believe that's his name. And he has a 968-year prison sentence for being a mass murderer, the worst mass murder according in Zahan's history books. And initially everyone's like, no, except for Gon, I believe, no one else on the examining side knows the abilities of Killua. And Leroutte and everyone else is saying, Leroutte says that they do a game of a death match. They both agree on both sides. And obviously, Leroutte says that, based on his appearance, Killua seems like a little kid who can't even harm a fly. And he says, you don't even risk your life in this match. It's not worth it. But Killua he's confident in his skills, saying, I agree to this match. Okay, let's get some more tea here. Okay, now this mass murderer who has a long prison sentence, he randomly killed 146 people. He was indiscriminate. He killed women, men, and children as well. And he's known for killing individuals with his bare grip strength. This dude's super huge. He looks like a bodybuilder. He's super jacked. And initially, of course, since he's a mass murderer, the only thing he knows how to do is kill people. So he proposes the game to a game of death match between him and Killua. And at first, he's thinking this is easy peasy. This little kid is not gonna do anything to me. And Killua, without batting an eye, he agrees to this game. And he's a little taken aback as well, because just like Majitani when he faced Kurapika, you can never judge a book by their appearance, right? So, the match starts, and Killua, he starts off with his assassin techniques. And if you remember from a previous episode, when him and Gon were trying to steal the ball from the chairman, Notaro, he used that illusion assassination technique where he puts the opponent into like somewhat of a trance, if you will. And the match was already set when it began. In the blink of an eye, as soon as this mass murderer tried to make his move, Killua swept in right away, within a second, and pierced his heart with his hand, taking his heart right out of his chest. And there he kind of taunted his opponent. He was holding his heart right before his eyes, and as you know it, his life started to fade away, and he just died right on the spot. And now the opponents on the other side were thinking, gosh, this kid's a monster, as well as Gon, Leroutte, Kurt, everyone else. Like, damn, Killua is hella strong. And you can never judge a book by its appearance as well. And Killua also, he kind of taunts the other side as well. You remember the first match between the prisoner and Tampa? He says, "Oh man, it looks like you didn't get enough exercise because the match didn't even really start. Would you want to come down here and play with me?" And of course he says no. Being the little chicken that he is, he'll probably die anyways. No, it's fine. I probably would die too. But yeah, that's pretty much wrapping up this match. So now this part of the exam is the third phase. Well, it's not over yet. They're still in the midst of it. But since on Lerio's end part, he lost a lot of time for the examinees to complete the third phase of the exam. So now they had 50 hours deducted from the time that they can complete the rest of the exam. So they're put in a penalty room where they had to just lounge around and just waste time until the allotted time that they were penalized comes to pass. And in this room, they're just chilling. Gon and Killua being little young boys are just having fun, watching TV or reading whatever, and everyone else is doing their own thing. Yeah, that's pretty much wrapping episode 11, I believe. Yes, episode 11, Hunter x Hunter. And then, as of recently, I've been trying to look at some, getting a new laptop for, like a PC or something, but like under $1,000. Been trying to research and stuff like that because actually I have a Mac right now. I think I had it since senior year in high school. I was lucky that my parents gave it to me in senior years, so I could use it in class as well. But I was transitioning to moving to going to college, and then this laptop has stuck with me ever since. So it's like been 7 years old. It's still working fine, but sometimes it runs kind of slow, and I felt, maybe it's about time to get a new laptop. And I don't know, people generally, what's the average? I mean, laptops last forever. Well, it depends on brand, obviously, but I think usually people maybe switch laptops maybe every 3 or 4 years. I don't know, but Macs still they last a long time. But if you're doing any hobbies or like work stuff, it may be kind of slow. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm up to these days. Nothing much, but yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Peace.